This video brings an urgent alert that you need to hear right now. The countdown has begun. Just 2 hours remain until an announcement that will change everything. This isn't just another press release or statement. It contains information that many have been waiting months to hear. The person behind this announcement has been strategically planning this moment, carefully choosing this exact time for maximum impact. What you're about to witness has been kept under wraps despite intense speculation and pressure for early release. Don't click away, because in exactly 2 hours, information will drop that could fundamentally change your position and opportunities. Those who are prepared will immediately recognize its significance, while others scramble to catch up. Your presence here isn't by chance. It's because you're someone who understands the value of being ahead of the curve. This isn't an ordinary announcement. It represents a critical turning point that will create two distinct groups, those who were ready and those who weren't. Missing this information means potentially being left behind while others move quickly to take advantage of what's revealed. This announcement opens a narrow window of opportunity that won't remain open for long. The initial hours after this information drops will be crucial for positioning yourself correctly. The person making this announcement has a track record of creating immediate ripple effects that benefit early responders. That's why this alert found you today. Your attention to this video isn't random. It's because you're someone who recognizes that timing is everything. The stakes couldn't be higher for those who understand what's coming. The difference between taking action within the first few hours versus days later could be significant. You've been paying attention while others haven't. Every hint you noticed, every pattern you recognized, every instinct that told you something big was coming, all of that awareness has been validated. Your ability to sense important shifts before they're obvious to everyone else is remarkable. Those moments when you caught subtle clues that others missed, that perceptiveness is exactly why you're here now. The times when you acted on information early and saw the benefits, that quick decisiveness will serve you well today. The frustration you felt watching others miss opportunities that seemed obvious to you, that perspective helps you recognize why this announcement matters. The questions you've been asking that others thought unimportant, those questions are about to be answered. Sometimes important information isn't immediately obvious. Today, you're among those who will see it first. The uQuotes announcement coming in just 2 hours stands apart from all others because of both its source and its timing. This isn't a routine update, but a carefully crafted declaration that's been developed behind closed doors for months. It comes from someone with the authority and influence to create immediate change. The signs have been there for those paying attention. The unusual social media silence, the cancelled interviews, the strategic meetings with key figures, and the subtle repositioning that's been happening. This announcement connects directly to the trends you've been tracking and the questions you've been asking. Most importantly, this particular announcement comes at a pivotal moment when multiple factors have aligned to maximize its impact. Even industry experts haven't fully anticipated what's coming because they're looking at individual pieces rather than the complete picture. The full significance will be immediately clear to those who are prepared. When this announcement drops in 2 hours, those who are prepared will immediately recognize pathways that others won't see until much later. The information will provide clarity to situations that have seemed confusing or contradictory until now. Suddenly, the pieces will fit together in a way that reveals new opportunities. Your understanding of this announcement will give you a significant advantage in conversations, planning, and decision-making in the coming days. You'll recognize implications that others miss and see connections that remain invisible to those who don't have the complete context. This moment marks something significant. It's a clear dividing line between the previous approach and what comes next. The recognition of what this means puts you in a select group of forward thinkers who can navigate the changing landscape with confidence. Your awareness of what's really happening will prove invaluable as events unfold. There's a reason you're receiving this alert, while others remain unaware. You're part of a community that values being properly informed and prepared. You understand that having the right information at the right time isn't just lucky, it's a strategic advantage that comes from being connected to reliable sources. You're becoming increasingly attuned to recognizing important announcements before their significance becomes obvious to everyone. This awareness naturally draws you to channels and sources that provide valuable insights ahead of the crowd. Your attention to detail and ability to see beyond the obvious headlines makes you exactly the type of person who will benefit most from this information. This isn't happening by chance. It's because you've consistently shown interest in being ahead of the curve. Being part of this informed community means you'll be among the first to understand what others will still be trying to figure out days later. The timing of this announcement, exactly 2 hours from now, is no coincidence. This precise moment has been carefully selected because of multiple factors converging to create maximum impact. The date, the time, even the day of the week has been strategically chosen. Current market conditions, recent events, and public sentiment have all been analyzed to determine this exact moment. What might seem like random timing to others is actually the result of careful calculation to ensure the announcement receives proper attention and creates the intended effect. All the developments you've been following have been building to this moment. Nothing about the timing is accidental. Every aspect has been considered to maximize both immediate response and long-term impact. This particular announcement couldn't have come earlier. The groundwork needed to be laid, and it couldn't come later. The window of opportunity would begin to close. If this alert is helping you prepare for what's coming, please support this channel by liking this video and subscribing with notifications turned on. Your support ensures you'll receive future time-sensitive alerts before the general public. This channel has consistently provided critical information ahead of major announcements, and your engagement helps this content reach others who need to be informed. Share this with anyone you believe needs to be prepared for what's about to happen in the next 2 hours. Here's exactly what you need to do in the next 2 hours to be fully prepared when this announcement drops. First, clear your schedule to give yourself at least 30 minutes to process the information without distractions. Have your notification settings enabled on the platforms where this will likely appear first. Prepare to verify the announcement through multiple reliable sources, rather than reacting to initial interpretations. Have relevant background information readily available so you can immediately recognize the significance of specific details. That might seem minor to others. Avoid making immediate public declarations until you've fully processed the implications. The most common mistake is rushing to conclusions before understanding the complete picture. Instead, take notes on your initial thoughts to review once full details emerge. Be ready to distinguish between the actual announcement and the wave of reactions that will follow it. Being informed creates responsibility. As one of the first to understand this announcement's true significance, you'll become a valuable resource for others seeking clarity. Your perspective will help cut through the noise and confusion that inevitably follows major revelations. This community of prepared individuals collectively creates a more accurate understanding than any single person could develop alone. Your insights, combined with others who recognize the importance of being properly informed, generate a clearer picture of what's really happening. When you share your understanding, do so with the same care and attention to detail that brought you here in the first place. The quality of information circulating after the announcement directly impacts how well people can respond to it. Remember that misleading interpretations spread quickly in the hours following major announcements. Your well-informed perspective serves as an essential counterbalance to rushed or incomplete analysis that others might share. Remaining vigilant after the initial announcement is crucial. The first wave of information is just the beginning. What follows often contains subtle details that reveal even more. Develop the habit of looking beyond obvious headlines to find the real substance. Pay special attention to any unexpected reactions from key figures in the hours following the announcement. Their responses often contain valuable clues about implications that weren't immediately obvious. Notice who remains silent as well. Sometimes what isn't said reveals more than what is. Distinguish between factual reporting and speculation. In the rush to be first, many sources will blur this line, potentially leading you down unproductive paths. Trust your ability to separate signal from noise. Maintain the same level of critical thinking that brought you here today. The advantage gained from being prepared for this announcement extends far beyond the initial revelation if you stay consistently attentive. This announcement creates a new baseline from which future developments will emerge. What happens today fundamentally changes the landscape, establishing different rules and expectations moving forward. Understanding this shift gives you perspective that others won't have. Watch for secondary announcements in the coming days. They often contain critical details that were intentionally held back from the initial statement. These follow-ups frequently receive less attention, but contain information that's equally valuable for those paying attention. Notice how this announcement connects to larger patterns already in motion. It doesn't exist in isolation, but serves as a catalyst that accelerates existing trends. This context helps you anticipate what comes next, while others are still processing what already happened. The full impact won't be immediately obvious to everyone. As implications unfold over the coming weeks, your early understanding positions you to recognize significant developments that others might miss. With just under 2 hours remaining, now is the time to join our notification squad by subscribing and hitting the bell icon. When this announcement drops, we'll be hosting a live discussion to break down its significance with our community. Drop your predictions in the comments below. I'm curious what you think is coming. For channel members, we'll be releasing exclusive follow-up analysis within hours of the announcement. Your support makes it possible to continue bringing these crucial alerts to our community. The countdown continues, just under 2 hours until information drops that many aren't prepared to process correctly. Remember that knowledge properly applied creates opportunity, while information misunderstood or ignored represents missed potential. Stay calm when this announcement arrives. While others react emotionally, your preparation allows you to respond strategically. This measured approach is what consistently separates those who benefit from major announcements from those who don't. You're now positioned to be among the first to recognize the true significance of what's coming. This isn't just another announcement. It's a marker of change that will be referenced for months to come. Trust your ability to understand what's happening. The very fact that you're here preparing in advance demonstrates your commitment to staying ahead of the curve. In exactly 2 hours, that preparation will prove its value.